Hello, this is Conrad and this is my second video blog, and since we are in the Netherlands I couldn't think of a better subject than learning Dutch. Ik ben Conrad, ik spreek een beetje Nederlands, and then my girlfriend Lara is a little more talented. She speaks Portuguese, English obviously, conversational Japanese, whilst I speak American English and British English, so I have a bit of catching up to do, and that is why I've given my few helpful tips so far for learning Dutch. So the great thing about being a student at the University of Groningen is actually that they give you 50 free hours of courses, and so Lara and myself did actually complete the first class, as you'll see by this certificate, and this says I have an A1 level of speaking Dutch, which means I probably have the Dutch speaking equivalent of a small Dutch child. But in all seriousness, honestly, this class has been awesome just for the basic counting, asking how much something is, being able to greet people, even walking around reading signs. Especially when I first moved here, there'd be times when I'd be in the supermarket spending like 25 minutes just looking at two types of butter, trying to work out which one's unsalted. I would recommend it to any University of Groningen student coming in, as it's going to help you. So for 50 hours of classes, there's 2 classes, so I've already done 1, and Lara and myself will be taking up the second part soon. I'd say one of the biggest things to get your head wrapped around when you move is probably the G. And if you haven't noticed already, I guess it's good living in Groningen because the G obviously has that noise, so you might sound like a purring cat. There are a few moments when you learn a language, I think, where you have that kind of mind-blowing moment where you realise that everything you knew is wrong. And I think the best example of that is probably the famous painter Van Gogh. Basically our whole life, everyone that I've known has been saying Van Gogh instead of Van Gogh. My mind kind of... I'd say another really awesome thing about coming to this country is that obviously when you move to a foreign place you get worried about the language, but I believe it's about 90 to 93% of Dutch people can converse in English, which is crazy. There's multiple times where I've just asked someone Dutch and what's the best way to say this in Dutch, and honestly I think if you really try, people are happy to help. And you'll see it everywhere. I mean, a lot of signs might have mixed English, mixed Dutch. Even when you go to the movies, usually most films are in English just with Dutch subtitles. So as far as the learning curve goes, that really helps. And so that's a wrap for another video blog, and if you just follow those simple steps, you should soon be able to say things such as
Nu komt de aap uit de mouw.
and
Een slag van den molen weg hebben.
so until next time, tot ziens!